Ladies and gentlemen, children of the interwebs, Sebastian Envy, Strong Style, Nerd, Strong Style, Cinephile, reigning defending MPX Prospect Champion, CWF Tag Team Champion, and reasonably speaking, as a fan of Spider-Man. And it was good news for everybody else that's a huge fan of Spider-Man, and myself, because I love the MCU movies. Spider-Man is back in the MCU. So let's geek about that for a scant few minutes. Now, I know a few outlets have reported it. I checked Variety. And it was reported that late Thursday night, important people to the process signed on the dotted line, and Spider-Man is back in the MCU. Now, as I said, according to Variety, Marvel and Disney will receive roughly 25% of the profits. Disney will retain its merchandising rights and will put up roughly a quarter of the financing. As part of the arrangement, Spider-Man will appear in one future Marvel Studios film. Sony is believed to have proposed keeping the arrangement under the current terms, which stipulates that Marvel receives about 5% of first dollar gross in all merchandising revenues. So, it's good news if you're a fan of Spider-Man. Definitely with how the second movie ended, didn't see how Sony was going to go ahead and strip away all the MCU elements and all the potential for cool stuff, considering that Spider-Man's identity is now publicly known, at least put out there by Mysterio. Some reports were saying when the breakup was happening that Sony kind of was feeling their oats a little bit and thinking that they didn't need Feige and Disney to make a good Spider-Man movie. I beg to differ, especially if you look at some of their plans for potential spin-offs and stuff like that, and they kind of lucked into the Spider-Verse being as good as it was and making the money that it did, getting critical acclaim that it did. They just, I don't know what the deal was with Venom, because I fell asleep on it when I first saw it. I think it was a crappy movie, but it made enough money for them to have a sequel. So they were filling their oats, didn't think they needed Disney's hand in making a good Spider-Man movie. I beg to differ, but thankfully cooler heads and smarter people have prevailed, and the arrangement now it's been retooled, but it can go on. Ideally, it's for one Marvel movie, but ideally, things can go further past that beyond the next Spider-Man movie, which I guess we're expecting in the next couple of years or whatever. But I'm happy about it because it kind of keeps things. I like Holland as Spider-Man. He's my favorite Spider-Man to this point. I enjoyed both Spider-Man movies, and his appearances in of course, Civil War and Endgame and Infinity War, stuff like that. So I've enjoyed him thus far. Glad to see it's going to keep going. So those are my thoughts on it. Good for business, good for the fans of these movies. What do you guys out there think? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me on social media. Talk to me there. Talk to me here. Join the DFW Saturday, MPX. So, going places, keep your faces. Come see me do what I do. In the meantime, that was Geek.